Greetings, everyone. Lisa here, interdimensional 5D. If you go to sleep at night and you think you've done something in your dream time, more than likely you have. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading the Bible, my own personal experiences, and being an ancient alien theorist. Now, yesterday, I was under significant attack, and that's how it looks. And maybe that's how it looks for you all too. You fight depression, you fight wanting to kill yourself, and you always have negative speak in your head. And that's how Satan and these bad guys, and they're here, and we fight them, fight us. Now, I was just told somebody who's very famous that everybody in the world likes thinks I'm too obnoxious. And I am. And I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I do that for a reason. I have known as resting bitch face. People don't fuck with that face. You know, when in my youth, I had to put that face on. I was beautiful, and I didn't like it. I didn't like that everybody thought they could have it. Because this, no matter what you think of it, is not for everybody. Obviously, if it doesn't resonate for you, it's not meant for you. So you, who thinks I'm obnoxious, why are you fucking listening to me? And don't you think even an obnoxious person might have something to tell you? Or are you so elite you think you know it all? Giving out instructions and you don't even know what you're fucking doing on that screen. Yeah, I'm obnoxious. Get over it. And get over yourself. Although you're not one of the bad guys, so I don't get that. Okay? This is straight from the feedback people. I'm talking to people and they listen, trust me. Now, I have an unusual message today. First of all, they want me to remind people you might be a super soldier, but everybody has the capacity to be kicked out. Okay? A long time ago, when I was on the channel Mystic Traveler 3411, I pronounced that I was the original mate to the Lord Oberon. Now, I've got 3 books written, and now I have the ending. Tales of Oberon. Oberon lost his original wife. She gave her life to save him. And it's a tragic story, really. And the Fae had to jump. If you go and watch the movie Valiant and the Thousand Planets, there's so much in that movie that relates to 5D. It's not even funny. When that beautiful planet gets attacked and destroyed by just random aliens out there, and those people had to find a way off their planet to survive. On Oberon's planet, a similar thing happened. The difference was they had the original Merlin characters who could jump through time and space, and they happened to jump here to planet Earth. Lord Oberon was given the title Lord, but he's not an actual logos, okay? He has in part seeded because when he lost and jumped here, he lost his original wife to bad aliens who was tortured over time and space. There was a very striking thing that happens to him where he ends up meeting Odin. It's very pronouncedly graphic, visceral, and emotional. Odin helped Oberon kind of come to grips with things. Now, Oberon took a mortal woman, and she's here, and I just found out, Missy, you fucking attack me, I'm going to end you and your entire family in your line. And Oberon has allowed people on Earth to infiltrate the Federation, and he's part of the problem with these aliens that have come to do Earth harm. Now, I have to be limited in what I say, or I'll be pulled in and round up and put in some fucking whatever that they're gonna play some mental mind games. Colorado people, think about the conspiracies you hear about Colorado. And some of us will be fighting that. We already have. Okay? And you would be not well served to do anything physical restraining the people who are fighting this problem. So once you become a super soldier, if you fuck up, you get pulled out of the Federation. Okay, know this to be true. There's a few notes here. This is straight from the spiritual feedback today, folks. I have a card pull. I'm going to talk about a relationship with a Sagittarius person. I've called judgment on a few people in particular. And I actually asked for man parts to be removed because that's the only way I think some of this is going to be resolved, is for some men to be totally emasculated. Unfortunately, I have to say that. I know that sounds harsh. And these people complain about the way I speak. But when we're talking about flat earthers grouping up people and making snuff movies and feeling like it's okay because there's too many people on the planet, I'm sorry, God is going to intervene on that. And it seems like somebody up in the Federation has taken part in this whole snuff movie thing. They've gotten caught up with some of the people. And they want me to mention the Starship Serenity needs a DNA cleanup protocol as the Gemini, and you will know who that is being kicked out of the Federation permanently. He will not come back. He wants to play the part of the Antichrist, and nobody's going to have it. Okay? And the Lord Oberon is up for judgment. So if you consort with the Gemini or Oberon, I would suggest that you don't. Now, here's another thing. This is just overwhelming. Yesterday, I kind of complained about Benedict Cumberbatch, and I got his permission to say, you're going to find out. He's up there in a situation. They're trying to keep it hush-hush quiet because of who he's connected to and his family and all. But his wife has done a similar thing to him as has done to Johnny Depp. Although he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it out here. He's more of what the cards call a hermit. He comes up as the hermit card quite often. Now you have to remember, and this is to all you young people out there, you little Harry Potter types, thank God for you, I have to say. I'm extremely grateful for my little young participants who are going to be astounding super soldiers. Some of what we see is real, and a lot of it is illusion. So knowing what we are seeing is the difficult part. That's called discernment. You need to pray to God every night to give you proper discernment. This is where discernment comes in, and understanding symbology is helpful, okay? Remember, animals play a big significant role in our journeys, so if you have a pet, watch what they do. A lot of times they will alert you when negative energies are around. Now, a lot of what we see is illusion, and the illusion is the difficult part. So, the wife of this actor did things, he disappeared for time, and so these other people have played the part of the actor to the well, because this particular actor is very drawn to the well. And we've known each other. Past life experiences, and we have connected and been connected for 2.5 years now, or maybe more. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But that's where even I, with a lot of world life experience, get caught up in the illusion of who's who and what's what. And I'm angry I'm angry because some people have garnered significant wealth off of me and my energy, and they treat me as if I am property. Um, I am not anyone's property. I'm a person. I'm a person first. And I asked them to look at the Gemini, the wife, and somebody else, open them up, and see if they look like humans on the inside like they did to me. I can't wait for the story to come out so I can speak about it clearly. Anyway, I don't know if that was done, but Oberon's under judgment. I actually called judgment on the entire Federation because this particular person's contract was up about 30 years ago, and I'm 30 years in arrear of money, love, and my own personal freedom and time, which I've worked for, and I've worked for very hard, and a lot of people have stolen from me energy, time, resources, experiences, and used them as their own, and put me in a predicament of which is very difficult. Last night I felt like I couldn't overcome, as they have my phones. I can only get phone calls from certain people, certain emails don't go out. We knew the guy, a guy in Target from who worked for Target here in the South, went to our gym and actually said, "We never saw your resume. We never saw your interviews." They have online interviews for Target. They were taken by somebody off of my computer, somebody who does not want me to go forward. And that would be Mr. Trent Reznor said to me, "You're never going to leave this place." I can't wait to look you in the eyes, dude. And so I know this. They are involved in garnering a lot of money off of me, Lisa Pacini, personally. And I'm coming. I'm coming for it. Know this to be true. Now, and I'm not going to shut up, and I don't care if you think I'm obnoxious. The fucking world needs obnoxious right now, and needs somebody with horns who's going to come straight out and butt you in the fucking head for saying some of the shit you say. Or some of the shit you won't say because you don't have the balls to say it. Because your life's too comfy. You're too comfortable. Who the heck does she think she is? She hasn't been through what I've been through. I've been through worse, buddy. And I actually got real fucking Russian bad guys that stand behind me in the etheric. I wish I knew some Russian bad guys in real life. God, I'd give anything for that. To drink some fucking real vodka and do some real fucking Russian shit. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. We show some cards now. Oh, they want me to show one other thing. This is one of the annoying things they do when you have an earring that looks like this. Okay? That's just, hoops into your ear. And then when they get close up and personal and they can ride your energy wave, they'll push that effing earring right out and disappear it off of you. Okay, that's one of their little things they like to do. And especially if you're somebody like me, who's just, I watch every penny and dime because of how they've positioned me in the world. And I can honestly say when this, and the acronyms are going to bear this up as truth, that my life has actually been channeled and circumvented, and certain people put in my way just to keep me and block me from ever getting to where I'm supposed to go. But I think God's going to actually intervene this time. And I pray that will be true. Okay? Now, here's some cards. We're going to go through this really quick. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Earthed. This is what every starseed fights and battles. So you young guys, You really young boys, this is the time for you to try to figure it out. And a lot of times, what do they say? Fake it till you make it. And basically, you have to fake being human. Okay? Now, to somebody out there, to a Cancer, if you made that choice, you're heading to your North Node. It's your future. You made a right choice for your future if you actually do it. The Lilith, the pretend Lilith, is part of your past, and it's time to let that go. Real Lilith doesn't like fake Lilith, okay? There is a real Lilith. She's up in space. The Lord Oberon is up in space. When I tell you that the Logos is and they're here doing their part for God to watch over us, and some of them haven't done a very good job. As above, so below. Okay? Those words are true. No true words were ever said, is what I'm hearing right now. Now, this very interesting, this next piece. So the word for today is visualization. Young boys out there, especially you Harry Potter types, if you can visualize it, you can make it happen. Okay? When they talk about vision boards and stuff, draw and write. Draw and write, draw and write, draw and write. Now, when you see images in your mind's eye that look like people's drawings, that's somebody projecting a scenario to you. It's not from God. It's actually another artist who thinks they can manipulate you with your with their drawings. So be mindful of that. Now, interestingly enough, I pulled these cards yesterday, and they came out again. The venom, toxicity, somebody who's really negative, and shapeshifter. Okay, now these two cards stand for several things. One of them is these aliens we were fighting, and I got a report from somebody this morning. They actually did a drawing for me. This is what they look like right here. In the dream time, that's what they look like. Okay, they have many eyes on their face. Now, in real life, let me see if I can do a quick drawing of what they... That's their nighttime shape. Now, I drew this isosceles triangle because they can shape shift. And this, sometimes they just show up as... And it doesn't have white spots in it. Generally, they show up as just a black, dark angle. Okay? But this is what, if you fight them in the dream time and you see this, you're fighting those aliens, and I'm going to say the state of Colorado, okay? And now the person who fought them said the two ways to do them. She had a super claw thing. So if you think of Thanos on the, what is that, the Avengers? Thanos' hand glove, except you have claws in it instead of it being like buttons and powers and stuff. She ripped out their throats, and if you rip out this belt line thing, you know, their entrails come out and stuff, and she said it was like a video game. It shoots out like gold and stuff. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds good. But in the, when you see them, if you see them as a remote viewer in their little domiciles, they're strange looking creatures, okay? They have small eyes, and they have these square noses. Actually, they have more than one set of eyes. And this is kind of what they look like. They do horrible things. Okay, that's enough of that. So, they're venomous and they're shapeshifters. Know this to be true. Now, there are people on the planet who are also shapeshifters. Um, this guy, and this is who the Serenity needs to. You need to purge the DNA from this person so they can no longer, if they get on your ship, they have no protocols or cannot access anything. And this is how these people are not being harmed. There's been a specific entity who has tried to cut and damage and destroy the people who are the leaders of this particular group, and they keep healing themselves. And I'm figuring they go up to the Serenity and get that energy, but that person's going to be earthed, means they're grounded. Okay, they're not going to be part, but they're cagey enough to be able to go up there. Now, I find it very interesting that the spaceship Serenity is involved, and I have to wonder if Mr. Josh Whedon wasn't onto something when he did the Firefly series, and they talked about humans skinning and eating and doing horrible things to other humans, and if that show wasn't taken off the TV because there was a little bit too much reality there. Now, somebody's life is going to step up and get golden because of love. And that's a lovely message. And then they wanted me to say one other thing to the space and time people who are interested in some of the stuff I say about viscosity of time and space. The Fibonacci sequence. This Fibonacci sequence stair steps you up through time and space. It's part of the key to operating the viscosity of it. Okay? Now, we have written down here each number is the sum of the previous two numbers. Okay? Now, to you guys, from this guy, gal, Earth math makes no sense to people up in space. And I'm not going to even ask the question if each number is the sum of the two previous numbers makes a difference. All I know is the Fibonacci sequence is used as a stair step to go up and down and all through time. Okay? That's for you guys to work out on your own. After all, if you don't figure it out on your own, you're not really learning anything. Okay, now, where'd those other cards go? Oh, there they are. Some card messages, very interesting today. The card pulls were interesting, to say the least. And there is a Sagittarian out there. I watched you on the movie screen last night, Missy. I personally think you look like a little pig. You look like the pig mask that Miss Hunter created. You smoke too many cigarettes, you do a lot of drugs, and you think you're a businesswoman because you're a drug dealer. You think you're hotter than shit, and you're very, very mediocre looking. Your eyes are too big, your nose looks like mine, but you don't have pretty lips like me. Look, I was told somebody really likes my lips. That pleases me. I'm such an evil wench. I'm sorry. There is a 10 of Cups happening. There's a whole cupsy thing happening. That's very... There's loving 10 of Cups, big, powerfully strong. Very, very strong. This is what this entire effing group wants to keep apart. Specifically, the Missy, the Sagittarian, Queen of Pentacles, who is also designated in the tarot as the Nine of Pentacles. So when they come up together, that's that little wench I'm talking to. She's a Sagittarius. She thinks, who is she? You're nothing. You're only 30 something years old. You'd be stupid to fight me. She wants to be in the dream time with a particular, with that masculine who's interested in a different woman than her. She wants that dreamtime partnership like nothing else. And I'm going to tell you something about that. And she's paid, she's put out money. She wants the money. She wants the money mostly that the hermit can give her. Because the hermit brings with him an ace of pentacles. She sees him as her nine of cups because he offers a lot in the cup space, which means she wants him so she could go and find other younger actors and play the part of his original wife. Oh, she had her boobs done, so now she's gonna fuck everybody in the world. Ugh, you people, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the thinking, in my opinion. And then you have the nerve to fight somebody like me because what? What? Because I'm too obnoxious? I'm just not pretty enough? I'm too old? How dare I? How dare I try to break up a human trafficking drug ring? Whatever. Good luck with that. Anyway, the father of that man you want. This is so much fun. You have no idea. The father of the man you want, he's a king of swords. And he's got power. And he cut either the victory or the forward movement of you with your little fucking knife going towards the water sign with the evil wife. The father blocked you. Here's the deal on that, miss. You're fighting with supernatural abilities, okay? Where did all this bright light come from all of a sudden? Supernatural abilities. You're fighting. The old woman that you think shouldn't have anything to do with that young man has been married to that guy more lifetimes than you can ever possibly ever imagine. They operate on the same high frequency, okay? You don't have that frequency. You can't experience in the dream time what I experienced with him in the dream time. It could never happen for you. Never. Not in a million years. You and stupid German bitch who jingles the bells, okay? And she only jingles those bells because I jingled these bells. I think there might actually be an angel here right now with this light. Somebody's here. I'm flushed. I'm hot. And this light, nothing, the sun is the same. Nothing is different, okay, people? And people have seen my angels around me on CCTV camera. CCTV camera. Oh, Catherine. Oh, God. I hate that woman. Oh, God, you guys, you have no idea. You have no idea. That's why sometimes I think I'm losing it, but I have asked, am I schizophrenic? When you ask the question, it generally means you're not. Now, let me see if I can figure out how this... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So once again, it's all about these effing 10 of Pentacles, right? Legendary wealth. The 10 of Pentacles. Tied up. Fought over. Along with the 9 of Cups. By an evil conglomerate. Sneaky sneaks. Oh, wait a minute. This is somebody else's reading. Why did I pull this out? Does this apply? Hold on a minute. I might be reading somebody else's reading. Oh, I have one thing to say. Did you want me to show these in the video? Okay, this is another reading for somebody else that I mis misdirected. Okay, I've done what it said to you guys in the collective, but I want one more thing to say. There's a man I did a reading for, Alex. I have never heard back from you, and you were very vociferous in your emails and stuff. Alex, if you tried to reach me, and now that you know who I am on the video, and you watch me, I have received none of your emails because there are people, high level people, blocking me from moving forward in my life. I will be in Kansas City at some point, and I would have liked to just have lunch. I'd be willing to buy, even though I know you're well fixed. And I'm really kind of, scraping at the bottom of the barrel, so a meal would be greatly appreciated. However, I would like to talk to you because you were really into, you said I knew, how could I know these things about you? And the fact that I've never heard from you says to me, I can't believe the light. I apologize for the light, people, but I must be being guarded right now. And so you get to see that. Maybe on your end, you'll see something different. But this happens. There are images of me walking around with angels, and people are suppressing that information. Anyway, that's all I have to say today. I hope you have a good day. I hope this message helps somebody. Alex, I hope you're okay. Little boys out there, trust me, Miss Lisa's pretty fucking powerful. I do have my moments that make me cry. And they tried to hide what they did to Victor, my Victor, also known as William Vanderfluff. I love making up names for people. And to you who thinks I'm obnoxious, that kind of makes me sad because we all think you're ultra cool. But maybe you're not ultra cool. Maybe that's just an illusion as well. As we all kind of work in the realm of illusion. Anyway, peace out, everybody. Remember, I think you're amazing, even though I'm not obnoxious, and I absolutely adore you. Have a good day now, and I hope my angels come and float around you and keep you safe in the dream time. Be well, people. Thank you for watching if you did.